You're good. They heard it enough. Hey, good morning, everybody. I am your host of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? My name is Verna Coliosho, and I am the assistant team leader here at Keller Williams Southwest. Hello, studio audience. How are you? Those of you in the crowd, are you ready to see who your contestants are? Awesome. So our first contestant has a bachelor's in biology from the University of Texas and is a certified Microsoft systems engineer. He is in his 40s. Give a round of applause for our assistant team leader, Namesh Day. Woo! All right. Sit right here. Stay in your box. This is going to be interesting. All right, our second contestant has a bachelor's in sociology from Western Colorado State and a master's in education from the University of St. Thomas here in Houston, Texas. Also in his 40s, but on his way out. Yeah! Woo! Is your fearless team leader, Chad St. Jean. He's too cool. He's just going to stand there. But that's all right. You can stay there. You can stay there. Walk. Just stay there. Stay there for a second. That's all right. All right. So if you haven't seen Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, let me tell you how this works. We have some contestants who say they are smarter than a fifth grader. And we have some questions that are actually from a fifth grade test here in Texas. And so they have an opportunity to be brave and answer the question as it is, or they can ask our studio audience who happen to be fifth graders today. At your desk, you have an A, B, C, or D. If they need to cheat, they will look to you for the answers. Those of you online, you can just put A, B, C, or D, preferably only when they ask for help, okay? You gotta be at a desk for A, B, C, or D. Does everybody understand the rules? Yes. Awesome. We'll be right back after this announcement and commercial. Yeah, I need the slide.
Come on, Norman.
This is quite hard to be going back and forth with all of this. All right. All right, first of all, marketing. You can have a seat until we're.
Oh, thanks.
Where's Greg? Not here? Okay, great. Quick video for marketing here. I don't see him here, so I'm gonna do this portion right here. You had traffic? Absolutely. Just for you guys to see what was going on in 2021 with our KW Southwest office.
Disappeared.
They said they can't see it?
No, I can't see it. There we go.
Okay.
Welcome to Fort Bend County, a community known as one of the most diverse counties in the United States.
And it's a wonderful area to raise a family or even retire. There's something for everyone here.
Neighbors become extended family, and that's exactly what makes Fort Bend and Sugar Land so special.
Fort Bend County truly is an amazing community, and I want to share it with others.
But found my final home at Keller Williams Southwest due to their integrity, sense of family, training, and commitment to giving back to the community they serve.
Keller Williams sets you up for success, but it's a matter of you reaching out and getting it.
And we're focused on everyone in our company growing together.
They were understanding, welcoming, and told me that the sky is the limit.
Thankfully, Keller Williams provided me with the tools to lead my clients through any transaction with ease.
We truly get to stand on the shoulders of giants, and I take full advantage of this every day.
I feel so lucky to call myself a Keller Williams Southwest Realtor.
I made the move to Keller Williams Southwest, and I never looked back.
Hello, everyone. Glad you guys enjoyed that video, and it really captures a lot of our office culture and things that we do from the business side to the family side and to us as a family, as a community working together in the real estate industry. So really great video. We're going to have one every year, so that's the plan. Thank you to our ALC for being a part of that video and helping share our message for our office. So really powerful. In terms of the availability of that video, is on YouTube. We're going to share it in our closed Facebook group. It's going to be on our social media. You may see an alternative version of that video as well, because there's going to be a shorter version. So that might be on our social media for some ads and different things you may see. We're going to send it out on our newsletter, so you'll see it in your inbox as well. So definitely glad to share that video with you guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate that. And you too can get with Greg if you want to utilize video and as part of your marketing strategy. So that's some of the things that we're going to be talking about. So you know to reach out to him.
Awesome.
All right. Speaking of video, we have yet another one. We had last week, we told you guys a little bit about Red Day. So just a little message from our culture committee.
Service is an act of humility by putting others before yourself. When I'm doing community service, I feel a sense of accomplishment.
Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Service means to me to make a smile and bring love to others.
Service to me is giving of your time and your talents wherever they're needed.
Service means to me doing good deeds in my community, whether large or small. I feel that these actual deeds that I do with a collective effort from others will make a big impact on society as a whole.
Service is a true act of kindness, which can be as simple as a smile. Service is caring for the community.
Service to me is about volunteering unconditionally without any expectation other than because it's just the right thing to do.
We'll see you guys on May 12th. If you want to volunteer, you can reach out to Tasha Hippolyte. And what does service mean to you? That's something that we hold dear, is to give where we live. And so you have an opportunity to do that with being part of the culture committee. You don't just have to be part of the culture committee. The ALC has several opportunities for you to serve. All right. So moving on from there, our next, he's not our participant in this thing. He's just gonna put his assistant team leader hat on.
I have to follow that up. That's pretty tough. That was some pretty powerful stuff right there. Awesome. So we do have some great upcoming events for you guys. Again, it may sound like we're beating a drum or saying this ad nauseum, because it is some pretty powerful stuff. Again, do not forget, family reunion does start on Saturday. Okay, if you have not registered yet for the digital version, we highly, highly recommend that you do. Do not forget that you will have access to the content for months to come. It's not that you can only access them live this weekend and through next Tuesday, and then you lose access. You can actually go back and rewatch or access the breakouts, the main events, the main stage with Gary, all of that great content for the next couple of months. Okay, so again, highly, highly encourage you to register for the digital version of Family Reunion. You did receive an email, I believe it was day before yesterday, with the registration information and for more information regarding Family Reunion. Again, if you want to have a conversation, if this is something new to you and you want to have a conversation regarding Family Reunion, please reach any one of us in leadership and we'll absolutely help you with that. Okay. In addition to that, we will be having Family Reunion morning at the Market Center this Sunday. Gonna join Norman bright and early. Okay, I believe it's 7:30. Where, yes, well, we have had expressed interest and commitment of agents coming, all right, and joining us. And it will be Gary's vision and state of the company address. Okay, remember, it is in Eastern time zone live, and that's why it is that early here. Okay, and there will be, Norman, there will be breakfast, correct?
Yeah, I think we heard that.
Yes.
Norman's bringing breakfast.
Norman's bringing some breakfast and some coffee.
And coffee.
Right? So
The good
please,
stuff.
we'll make sure we spread that information out there to you moving forward. But it is this coming Sunday, right here in the Morris Training Room, where it will be streamed. And again, it would be great conversation also to have as you're watching with your fellow agents that have attended. Yeah, that's not a bad. If you have an access card, I guess you could spend the night.
Or camp out.
No, Chad says no.
Your office, keep the door closed.
Yeah. Yes, all right, okay.
You know, we did have agents spend the night when we had the freeze and they didn't have electricity.
That's true.
So they brought their badges and slept in their office. So it has been done.
Okay. Not encouraging it though, right, Chad? All right, awesome. Okay, and please do not forget, if you're interested in joining the Sienna Bus Tour, the Keller Williams Southwest Sienna Bus Tour, it is going to take, that has been arranged by Johnson Development, is going to take place on February 25th from 10:30 to 2:30. The pickup will be here downstairs at the lobby. And again, you will be dropped back off right here at the lobby. Will be some great information. You'll take a full tour of Sienna, and you will have a guided tour of that. There will be lunch provided. You'll be able to access some of the new model homes that are there.
I will say this, Tammy and Allison are super excited about our office because we have great participation. They've upped the size of the bus yet again. So we want to pack this bus out and get all the way up to 50 agents. And they have some incentives. They're doubling their prizes. If you went on the bus tour last time, some of y'all walked off with some crisp $100 bills. Well, they're doubling those prizes, doubling the entertainment, and everybody who participates will get a swag bag with some nice things inside of it as well. So make sure you sign up. It's still on our Facebook link, Facebook closed group. There's a link there, and stay tuned for another video capture that showcases what we did a little bit from last year.
Awesome.
That's it.
All right. Next up. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed Aaron Kaufman and found a lot of value in that we brought into the Market Center. Well, here's another opportunity already for you to, gain access to. We actually have a MAPS coach, right? His name is Mitchell Schwartz, and he's going to be coming in on March 4th from 1:30 to 4:30. Okay. And he's going to dive deep into the 6 personal perspectives. All right. This is going to take place on March 4th. I already said that. Please register because space is limited. You should have already received an email regarding this yesterday. Okay. Highly powerful stuff. Anything you want to add on that?
No, I was just saying there's the QR code if you guys.
There is a
wanted to go ahead
QR
and
code here as
register.
well. Absolutely. Okay. We've already received registrations on that. So if you're interested in joining us, please register. If you would like more information on what the 6 personal perspectives are about, you can access the email that I sent yesterday and I posted on the Facebook group this morning, or come see one of us. All right. Now, last but not least, speaking of those emails that I just referred to, whether it was family reunion or this event, if you're not aware, they were actually sent from our office command account. So if you have not started utilizing command for email campaigns, it's something that I highly, highly recommend. Once you send out email blasts from campaigns, right, you can actually come in and monitor who's received the email, right? Who's opened the email, who's clicked on any action buttons that you may have, right? Who's unsubscribed to them, or who it hasn't reached, or more importantly for us with you guys, who hasn't even opened them. Okay, so you can actually monitor all that information. So again, I implore you to take that in. If you have not learned how to do that, that's what we're here for. We will teach you how to do it. But I wanted to make sure that you are aware that email campaigns in command does have this much power. Okay. All right. That was it for me today.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Now back to the show. Oh, we have a question.
I'm so sorry. No, I just want to make sure I know which Facebook group I'm going to try to sign up for the bus tour.
It is the KWSW closed group.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Again, I'm your host, Verna Colio, Assistant Team Leader at Keller Williams Southwest in the Sugar Land, Texas area. Let's get our contestants back up here and get ready. That's right, Chad. To ask these questions. We're going to kind of breeze through them a little bit because of time. So we have, I think it's 3 categories.
This is real estate related or sports?
This is
That's all I know.
5th grade related. And I kind of found questions that could potentially be real estate related. So we have social study, we have vocabulary, and we have math.
Social studies,
sports
vocabulary.
column.
I know, what about sport? PE.
We do
Come
have
on,
a long
PE.
column,
PE.
and that's it. Let's go with the first question. Here you go, social studies question. The Rio Grande is one of the longest rivers in the U.S. The Rio Grande flows through which of these states? All right, you gotta
Like
try
not
to be
even by the
close so you can
button.
hit your
Oh.
buzzer.
Sorry,
I went all the way and brought these
That is
buzzers.
too funny.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna
the
say-
mesh.
I'm gonna say A, Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas.
He is correct. 1 point from the mesh. You better get on the board, Chad. Another social studies question. What does it mean to annex a territory? Choose the best answer. Is it to purchase a country or territory from a foreign power, to invite people to move to a country or territory, to add land to an existing country or territory, or to move people from an existing country or territory? Actual 5th grade question.
I was trying to give him a chance.
trying.
I was trying to give him a chance. But C.
We annex in
C.
real estate.
We do annex, right?
C. You're not even asking the audience.
Okay.
Audience,
I
do
thought about
y'all
that.
agree?
Yeah, I thought about that. I should have.
Okay,
All right,
it is
we're ready.
C. It is C, to add land to an existing country or
Trying to give him a
territory.
chance. I'm trying to give him-
Here we go, vocabulary. The act of bearing weight of or strengthening. Is it being smart, skill, strategy, or support?
That's a good question.
I don't like the sound.
He's gonna pose the audience. You have an A, B, C, or D at your desk. 5th grade audience, please help your team leader.
Act of bearing weight or
Oh,
strength.
this is really convincing. Look at this.
5th grade participants, I will let you know we have a handful of D's up
I'm gonna
and
take the
one
D.
B.
I'll take the D.
D, support, absolutely.
You guys are not helpful. Some of you are.
D is absolutely correct. Here at Keller Williams Southwest, we make sure that we are supporting you by bearing the weight of what real estate requires and strengthening you in each thing that you do. All right, next question.
That's probably me in the way.
No, it should have been 2.
No, that was it.
Okay. I have 2 vocabulary questions. All right, math questions. Put these numbers in order from least to greatest. You're just gonna have to look at it.
And I'm just gonna wing it. I'll poll the audience.
All right, audience, we have A, B, or C. You're putting this in order from least to greatest. Least to greatest. I'll just
this
let
is kind of a trick. It's kind of a.
I'll just let you guys know who
All
are
right.
not seeing. The majority of the people have B up
Yeah,
there,
you got
and only one
unanimous.
person has C.
Who's
2 people, 3 people have C.
All right.
All right. Which one are you gonna go with? Dinesh?
I'll go with the majority. I'll go with B.
Is correct.
B is correct. Some of you guys have been.
Decimals are throwing them off. It's awesome.
The
Count
decimals.
your zeros.
Count your zeros. Here at Keller Williams Southwest, we encourage you to become a millionaire real estate agent. That's that last number on the back. We don't want you to be teninaires or thousandaires or 100,000aires. We want you to be millionaires plus. And so B is the correct answer there. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Here's the math question. This happens to be off a graph, and it's about inferring and reading and understanding the graph. Select all the statements that are true about 2021 market share totals.
We'll pull the audience.
Yes. You better know this answer too.
I already know the answer.
I'll read it off for you guys who may not be able to see. We have A, Keller. So you're looking for all the ones that are true. So Keller Williams has the highest percentage of market share in 2021. This is us right here in Houston, specifically our area. Compass and EXP had approximately half and 1/3, respectively, of the market share that KW had in 2021. And REMAX is lagging in market share by 1.24% from KW in 2021. All of them that apply. All that apply. See, to be successful in kindergarten all the way through, college, you got to actually read the questions and understand the directions. All of these, okay.
All of the above.
So Chad went with the audience, which was all of the above. Great job. Is there anything you want to mention about this?
No, it's fascinating. Here's the other realities. In San Antonio, right? San Antonio runs about 18% when it comes to Keller Williams, and no one else is even close. And then in Austin, they run about 13% of market share, and the nearest competitor is about 8%. So we need to step it up in Houston, is what I'm saying. That is 10.34. Step it up.
Step
We have
it up.
opportunity in the Houston market.
wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. All right. We're going to tally up these points and let you know about the winner at the end of our presentation. Thank you, contestant number 2 and contestant number 1. Appreciate you guys. Give them a round of applause. All right. Oh, I knew I had one. Oh, here's one last one. Come back up. Come back up. Come back up. You wanted, come back up. Come back up. You wanted something that was easy. Maybe not. So current events. 5th graders use texting a lot. Here is a text abbreviation, STBY. What does that mean? And you can hold on. Before you.
Don't go to Sharon. Don't go to Sharon. Don't go to Sharon.
Sucks to be you. Thank you guys. Have a seat. Good job. I knew I had one more. All right. All right. So being smart is not exactly what you think. Earlier this week, I had a conversation with my business coach, and what we were discussing was the point FAR, right? Some of my performance and my results, and what we could bring it back to is what programming. So point FAR, that's what he calls it, is a abbreviation or texted type thing, and it stands for programming, thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. Right now in our office, one of the results that we're looking at is how many leads we're actually getting. And what we celebrated and what we're going to celebrate a little later on today are some of the results of those lack or gaining of those leads, right? We just did our 2021 awards. We looked at some income that some people got, and it was just a beautiful thing. That's the results, and what they do with that income is also that result. So we want to go into this a little bit more, because when I'm coaching, I coach myself first, and then I coach the people in front of me, right? And part of the thing that I look at is what came about to bring about those results. It's their actions. Well, how did they arrive at that actions? It was the combination of the feelings and their thoughts. Well, how did they get those thoughts, or where did it come from? And it was more so the programming behind that. So if y'all allow me, I would like to reprogram you with a couple of words. And I want to bring up a person that kind of comes to mind with that. The word is smart. Now, I love this guy. Y'all know who that is? Forrest Gump. Now, Forrest Gump is real cool, and you can learn a lot from Forrest Gump. Most people think he's stupid, right? But there were a couple of things that he said. One of them was, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get inside. Very true and very dear thing to understand. And how we handle those things is what makes the difference on how we experience our lives. But the other thing he said is, stupid is as stupid does. Stupid is as stupid does. A lot of times when we think of him, we also think about intelligence and intelligence quotient. I like to go back to the etymology of a word, how it originally started, because we've twisted it and made it become what we want it to be. But the root of our problems can go back to the root of these words. So intelligence, you're going to get a little lesson here, is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills, basically to understand. When we take the quotient of how much, the capacity of how much we have, that's where we get IQ. Is it very possible for people to have a high IQ and not smart? Absolutely, because we're going to experience or explore what smart is, right? Matter of fact, Chad, I don't know if you knew this, but we probably have a lot of intelligent people in our office. Some high forms or indicators of intelligence is procrastination. Got some procrastinators in here? Right, that's a hot, did you know you were intelligent? That's an indicator, right? That's one indicator of intelligence, because absolutely, they rest on the laurels of their intelligence, right? And know that they can quickly understand, right? The rate of understanding is quick. So procrastination. What about this? Maybe you can identify this in yourself. Going to bed late, waking up early. Any one of those in here? Okay, yeah, pretty intelligent people, right? How about this? Laziness. Most people think it's just being lazy, right? Wittiness, comedy. That's another form or evidence of intelligence, right? So we have a lot of intelligent people in our office, and they doubt their intelligence, but maybe not as smart. So let's look at the word smart. Did you know that the original word smart came from an Old English and German term, smerten and schmerzen? I'm not German, so in my head, that's what it looks like, right? but it means being or causing sharp pain. Being or causing sharp pain. Some of you guys have heard it, right? Some of you guys run away from it, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about. But you've heard this used in some, man, that person, you know, they look sharp. They're talking about their dress, sharp style, right? That's an old word, right? Sharp. Or they say, man, your mouth, like your mama said, are you getting smart with me? Maybe because she's about to inflict some pain, right? But it's that quickness, that mental sharpness, and it just came from being keen and quick. But I wanted to rest on the fact that it causes sharp pain. And the most times when we're looking at our results is because within our actions, we were afraid of taking the pain. And that's not being a smart realtor. So we're going to explore that a little bit more. Let's look at the word stupid. To be amazed or stunned. This is where we get the word stupendous from, right? But I mean, think about it. If you were walking out of Home Depot and you saw this guy, he was carrying all this material, and one of the other things he was carrying was the dolly, you would look at him with amazement. And you would say, that guy there, he's stupid, right? And you would say, hey, let me help you out. Put the dolly down, put the things on there, let's just push it. So stupid is as stupid does. On the contrary, smart is as smart does as well. So I wanted to get into what can be a smart agent and a cheat sheet for a smart agent. Where is Sydney? If she could pass out this form. She left, huh? Please, she might have left it back there, or maybe she. Okay, so as she's getting on that, I wanted to give you a smart cheat sheet. Technically, there is a smart book. It's called the MREA book, the red book as we call it here. Specifically, what my focus is going to be on our lead generating and the second model in the lead generation model. But before I do that, I want to get into lead gen and our thoughts and our actions and our results. What is currently, so we're going to use lead gen. What would be the results of lead generation? Audience. So we're going to go through the point bar for this, right? Because I want to get to the root of what makes us a smart agent. We want to do the smart things that smart agents do. Throughout this whole thing, we worked on your mentality, right? Your mental outlook of stuff. We started all the way in November with your business planning goals. We rolled into February when we were talking about acting now. We brought you some specific people who showed their mindset, right? The lady from Michigan. And then we had Tasha up here last week, and she was explaining about the different things that she does. So my question now, and I want to take this back to the people I coach, which would be, how do we get the results that they got, or our leaders last week that we highlighted that they got, and above? How do we make all of you guys a millionaire real estate agent? Not because you want the millions, maybe you don't, but you're performing like that, right? So the one thing that we're looking for is to get down to what's our programming behind lead generation. We're going to start from the bottom. What are the results of lead generation? The ultimate results. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. That comes from closings, right? What are the actions that were required to get that result? What about them? What about them? So get listings. What else? Do listings just fall in your laps? Contacts. What about the contacts? What are we doing to them? So appointments, good. Those are actions. What else are actions? That was smart.
Negotiating.
So prospecting, negotiating, good. Following up. We had on this thing schedule on there for a second. If we don't schedule this inside of our daily habits, we never get to all of these things, right? What are our feelings behind getting listings and appointments and prospecting. So some of us have excitement. Some of us anxiety, stress. Anybody else? So feelings of opportunity. So you're optimistic. Can I say that? Okay. Anything else? Confidence. Great. Let's explore the things that keep us from moving forward. Would y'all say excitement keeps us from moving forward? No. Would y'all say being optimistic about it keeps us from moving forward? No. What about stress? Yeah. Anxiety? Confidence? Lack of, right? So let's go down to our thoughts about stress, anxiety, confidence, and lack of confidence. What are our thoughts surrounding that? Fear? That's part of the feeling, but fear of what? Of rejection, failure, anything else? Who told you that that is what you should think?
Your parents.
Parents.
Spouse.
Self. Spouse.
Friends.
Friends. Inside. I would put that under spouse, parents. Right? Well, I mean. How can we shift this programming? The media. How can we shift that so that we can get to excitement, we can get to optimism, and we can get to great confidence? Absolutely.
Change your mindset. You gotta start thinking and reminding yourself that people, whatever it is that you need to get out of that problem.
Absolutely. Part of changing our mindset also is to understand the things that you need to do and talking to the people who have successfully done them before. So here's the cheat sheet for being a smart realtor. Study. Go get this book. Study and apply the 4 fundamental models of real estate success, specifically starting with lead generation, which is on page 133 to 145. But since y'all don't have the book in front of you, good job. You're such a teacher's pet. Nah. She ready. She stay ready. She said, hey, I ain't got to get ready if I stay ready. All right. So just some quick things. I'm gonna go to page 133. So being marketing, we heard this from Tasha last week. We heard this from the lady from Michigan the 2 weeks before that, or some of the time, which is being marketing based and prospecting enhanced. You need to invest in yourself. Market your name and your presence to the general public. We can do this on Facebook, Instagram. We can do this within our community. She went to her HOA, right? Meetings, right? She being Tasha, sorry, y'all don't see her, went to her HOA meetings, right? You're marketing the general, who you are and your presence to the general public. But some of us kind of stop there. And there's multiple layers to this thing. And you wonder why it's not working. Well, I got 1,000 likes on my Instagram. Where do you go from there, right? So you got to target a group of people you haven't met, but they're different than just the general public. These are people you've identified that you want to do business with. Maybe you saw on their Facebook page, they're like, Krista, da-da-da-da, we're expecting another. Target them. Chances are they want to move. Right? Maybe you see them saying, oh my gosh, I just lost my job. Target them. Chances are they want to move. Maybe you see that on Facebook or in a conversation that you just had, they said, man, this is a great opportunity. I was thinking about buying a business and enhancing whatever. Target them, right? So with that target group, what do you do with them? Well, you send them 12 different touches. One of them could be an email campaign, like Nimesh said, and you can track if they actually opened it. If they opened it, you best get on the phone or knock on their door or pop by because they've just moved themselves up to another level. Okay. So you can send a targeted, more direct marketing campaign, those 12 touches, to the people you have met in person or by a phone or online with a significant conversation. You want to continue to send them those 12 touches and move it up to even, matter of fact, 33 touches or an 8x12. All these things you can find within Command. And then finally, your allied resources. Educate them, ask for help, and reward. These allied resources could be people like Pat and Title, Melissa here, right? Or AMCAP, wherever they just went. Oh, there you go. Or AMCAP, right? You want to make sure that you're in front of them at least once a month, and you're having breakfast or lunch. You're getting an understanding of what they need, but you're going to educate them. You're going to ask for help, and then you're going to reward them. Don't just have your hand out for them to give. You also need to give back to them. Reward them for giving you stuff. Because once you reward them, when you get a reward, don't you come back and show up for more? That's what fifth graders do. And you're smarter than a fifth grader, right? So reward them. Do pop buys. These are the people who are going to bring you a lot of that business for that year. Okay, so those are your Smart Realtor cheat sheet for being smarter than a fifth grader. I encourage you guys as homework to go through and think, what are some of the results that you've been complaining about that's giving you stress, anxiety, and a lack of confidence? And do a point bar for this. This doesn't matter what level of production you have. We all have challenges. Don't run away from the pain. The pain is what actually makes you smarter. Don't run away from it. The mundane things that you have to do, yes, that's boring and it's agonizing and painful, but it's necessary to make you smarter. How many times did we have to sing A, B, freaking C, and D? We still do. And teachers knew that was mundane and boring, and so they added a song. So, okay, great. Add a song to what you're doing. When you're making those phone calls, put some music in the back. Put one headphone with some music in it. Have fun with it. When you're knocking on the door, sing a little, whistle, go, do what you got to do. Make it fun. But it has to happen, right? So your homework is just go through the point bar for one item at least that is keeping you from getting the results that you want. And let's get back to that programming. If you need help, come see myself, Nimesh, Chad, Krista, anybody on this leadership team, and we'll work through it with you. Okay, that's it for that. We're back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And we have some winners. It's not going to be any one of these two because we didn't do much. Our prize for today, brought to you by Cane Island. And Lauren, I don't even know how to say her name, so don't try. Lauren, what you have here is a beautiful leather briefcase with handles and a scarf. I don't know, for our lucky winner of the day. If you have a business card, please put your business card on the side and we will draw one of these contestants. Who had the most points? You think they were tied? Who do y'all vote for? Nimesh or Chad? Nimesh. Okay, so Nimesh will choose the winner. Just put your business card. We'll also use this business card for our lunch sponsors as well. So put it up there. I'll come by and grab it, or the office will come by and grab it, and then Nimesh will draw. After that, thank you guys for participating in Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? We are done, so on to the next commercial, which is
Who made more money than?
and show our next show, which is Keller Williams Southwest January Award winners. It's an award show with Krista. Call her, she might need another house. No, I'm just playing.
I know we kind of filled up ours pretty fast. So I just want to point out real quick that the 6 Personal Perspectives class that we are hosting on March 4th, it lives in this area. It's about mindset. For those of you that have not heard the term 6 Personal Perspectives, that is a Keller Williams course. It goes over 6 topics. It's very focused on mindset. And it can be life-changing. It will change your perspective on yourself and your business and how you operate. So I highly recommend it. Okay, now let's jump into awards. We like to start by recognizing our top listing agents for individuals. This is for January. We want to recognize, we had a four-way tie for first place. They had 3 units each: Michelle Montgomery, Robbie Yansky, Sahar Khatib, and Theo Lowe. Woo! And our top teams, they also tied. We had the Kimbra V team and the Sharon Parker group. Congratulations. And our top groups leading the way, we had the Kathy Stubbs team with 8 listings, followed by the BMP team with 5, and the SIA group and the Audra O'Neill team tied with 3. Great job to our groups. Our top individuals for listing volume leading the way was Robbie Yansky with 1.6 million in listed volume, followed by Theo Lowe with 1.2 million, Michelle Montgomery with just over 1 million, Sapna Patel with just under 1 million, and Justin Crosby with 879. Woo-hoo! Justin, we still need your picture. All right. For our top teams, we have the Marta Mohan team leading the way with just under 1 million, followed by the Pam Shockey team, the Irvin team, the Kimbra V team, and the Diaz team. Woo-hoo! And then our top groups, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with over 6 million in listed volume. Way to go, Kathy Stubbs. Followed by the Audra O'Neill team with 2.6 million, the BMP team with just under 2 million, the SIA group with 1.2, and the investor group with under 1 million. So congratulations. Our top.
Here's the reality of listings. Our office compared to last January in units was down 50%. So that's reflective of the market that we're in as well. And yet, when we say we got to double and triple our efforts on listings, we need to go get those. You want to control the game, you want to control the narrative, you do that by listings. I know that's just a reminder. So congratulations to the people who went out and got their unfair share.
So what you're saying is the activities needed to get a listing today are different than the activities needed to get a listing a year ago.
No, the activities are the same. We might need to double or triple our efforts to get them.
What was the inventory that's being written?
It's about half what it was.
The inventory.
Yes. Yes. Each market has a little different narrative to it. To say that it's a blanket statement, as you know, right? Because when you're like, well, I'm getting listed to my area, they're not. Yet the reality is across the country, listings are an all-time low, more than we've ever seen. Went ever.
Well, in our last ALC meeting, some of our top producers talked about some of the strategies that they're using to find listings that maybe are a little outside the box that they weren't using previously.
Yeah. They didn't want to share that with you. No, I'm kidding. You should have been at the ALC meeting and you could do what are top performers, because they're in the trenches with you, right? They're out there looking for listings.
Yeah, there's a nice little plug. Second Tuesday of every month, the ALC meeting is an open meeting for anyone that would like to attend and listen to our top realtors mastermind together of how they can improve their business. All right, so moving on to our closed units. In first place, we have Akil Burke with 6 closed units. Followed by Robbie Yansky with 5, and a 4-way tie for Abish, Michelle Montgomery, Sahar Khatib, and Brandy Zymus with 4 closed units. Moving on to our teams. In first place, we have the Diaz team with 11 closed units, followed by the Marta Mohan team with 4. Top groups. In first place, we have the Audra O'Neill team with 13 units, followed by the BMP team with 12, the SIA group with 9, the Kathy Stubbs team with 7, and Gabar Backman with 4.
Way to go, Liz. Great job.
You close some deals.
Right. She's like, what?
Good job. Good start to the year.
She's listening to me.
And when you have the units, the volume follows. So in first place, the individuals, we also have Akil Burke with 2.1 million in adjusted closed volume. Way to go. Followed by Justin Crosby, who is 2.1. He missed it by about 30,000 in adjusted closed volume. So that one extra lease would have helped him. Robbie Yansky came in 3rd place with just over 2 million, followed by Sapna Patel with 1.3 million and Brandy Zymus with 1.2. Way to kick off the year. Our top teams, Pam Shockey team leading the way with 1.1 million. Way to go, Pam and Blaine. Followed by the Marta Mohan team with just under $1 million. The Day team with Linda and Mike Day. Notice I said Linda first. And then we got the Diaz team in fourth place, followed by the Mona Knows Homes team.
All right, good work.
And then for our groups, the BMP team with 5.6 million in adjusted close volume. These numbers are they get bigger as the teams and groups go up.
1 month.
Yeah, some people see that in a year. They closed it in a January. All right, then we got the Kathy Stubbs team with 4.736 million, followed by the Audra O'Neill team with 4.733 million. For those of you that may need a little help in math, that's about $3,000 difference.
Wow.
So, you know, and then we got the SIA group with just under $1 million and the investor group rounding it out in 5th place. Congratulations to our top groups. And then one of my favorite awards, this is a Triple Crown Award. To qualify, you have to be an individual agent and you have to close 3 or more sales in a month. So leases don't count. We had 6 agents that met this criteria in January. Sahar Khatib, Robbie Yansky, Avish Sidwani, Winona Smith, Akil Verk, and Brandy Zymus. And then we also love to recognize our Kelliversaries. If these are too small for you to see from the back, I'm reading them off here. Celebrating 1 year with Keller Williams, we have Laura Atkinson, Joanne Benavente, Zaida Benitez, Tahira Harrell, Muniza Hazan, Vince Colaracal, Amanda Lee, Michael Lewis, Haiti Liu, Maurice Thomas, Michelle Torres, Monica Wallace, and Jenming Zheng. Celebrating 2 years, we have Toyin Adeogaba, Tony Almao, Samuel Io, Bertie Cobb, Christina Dadouche, Aura Poe, Sonia Chernak, and our very own Greg St. Fort. Woo-hoo! You made it 2 years. Woo-hoo! Yes. We hadn't chased them away yet. All right, so then we got 3 years. Jane Friedman, Amy Hun, Claudia Mirza, David Rosenthal, Jessica Tierman. 4 years, Dawn and Judy Avra, Karen Davis, Sufyan Hashmani, and Sahar Khatib. 5 years, Bornita Haq, Derek Sewell. 6 years, Hong Hoon, Abish Sidwani. 7 years, Chris Lisak, Lu Yu. 8 years, Emily Shepard. 11 years, Bill Hennessy. 12 years, Christy Lai. 13 years with Keller Williams, LaShamber Ewing, Butch Watterson. 15 years, the one and only Mr. Chad St. Jean. 16 years, Serena Chu and Melisa Jackson. So congratulations. We know that all of our agents have a choice where they do business, and we are honored and privileged when they continue to choose to do business with us every year.
Make a smart decision.
All right, and then we want to recognize our first listings with Keller Williams. Kieran Caridia, congratulations on your first listing with Keller Williams. And Maria Hamazaspi, congratulations, first listing. Simran Patel, congratulations on your first listing with Keller Williams. And Theo Lowe, I know this isn't your first listing ever, but you're first with KW, so congratulations. And then when you have listings, we look forward to closing. Celebrating our first closing, we have Ali Al-Asawi. Congratulations. Monica Kraft, congratulations on your first closing with KW. Omalola Ojawole, congratulations. Also, Jolie Ha, congratulations on your first closing. Theo Lowe, also with Keller Williams' first closing. Congratulations. Veronica Tobias, congratulations on your first closing. And Vince Colaracal, congratulations on your first closing with Keller Williams. And something else we like to celebrate is our agents that cap. So in the month of January, we had 5 cappers. Starting with the Audra O'Neill team, she capped in 2 weeks. When you do that kind of production, you cap pretty fast. Congratulations. We also had the Day team, Linda and Mike Day. Congratulations. And I got to give Linda props for reminding me to make sure I included all these slides today. So thank you, Linda. Also, we got Susan Garzinski, capped in the month of January. Congratulations. And I believe this is first time, Amilda Pradhan. Williams. Yep, from productivity coaching. And then our last capper, he likes to be mysterious online. There is no picture anywhere, so I don't have a slide for him, but Justin Crosby also capped in the month of January. Justin, send us your picture. All right, and that's all the awards that we have today. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Hope you guys enjoyed our award show. And now to our next commercial from our allied business partners. Come on through. Starting off with Patent Title.
Hello. Hi, guys. So I was going to talk about a certain thing, but not only do we match all the time, we always have the same vision. And last night I had sent an email to her about what is on the back of that sheet. So
cheat sheet.
I sent that to her. We're always on the same page. And so this is a list of, what is it called? It's the listing prospecting checklist. And so it just syncs with what Verna talked about the whole hour, but it's just a checklist. That sort of stuff is the content that's on Breakthrough Broker. So last week I did the things to do in your downtime or things to do today. If you like that, if you like this, contact me. I'll set you up with Breakthrough Broker. It has videos, it has checklists, it has flyers you can make in 5 seconds. It has everything to help you guys do your job. So because I am not going to talk about that, let's pivot real quick. And I just want to go over one thing that happened last week. We have a divorced couple, and I say divorced because I thought, or the realtor thought they were divorced. Everyone thought they were divorced. He acquired the property in the death of his father. But what happened was, we get to a week from closing, we assume everyone said, oh, you don't need to order a divorce decree. We're already divorced. They're not divorced. And so, yeah, it hasn't finalized. What I would suggest asking when you're going on a listing appointment or any appointment, buyers or sellers, ask if they're legally divorced. And not only that, don't take their answer. Don't take their answer for solid. Get a copy of the divorce decree. It doesn't need to be a certified copy for me. The underwriters may request that, but I would just say for your peace of mind, so we don't go through all this hassle, then we have all these moving parts up in the air, just ask for a copy of the divorce decree. If they can't produce that, then there's something going on, right? So one more thing. Fiorella is here from the memorial office. We have a memorial office. So just so you know, we have tons. She came to listen today to everything. So we have multiple offices all over the city. So just know that it's not just Sugar Land you can close in, it's other offices. So just let me know if you have something in another office. One more thing. My fun fact is, do you know there's a forest, 107 acres in Utah that has 47,000 trees, and they all stem from a single root system. So it all starts at the bottom. We're all one.
Thank you. Lion.
Hello. This week I make my 10 years anniversary.
Oh yes, she's been with Reliant for 10 years.
I've been here for 4 years too.
And here with our office for 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years
Okay.
with our office.
So today I'm going to talk about the local people with the international people and our town people, because it's more easy to coach the international people because they don't have other choice. They don't have the previous provider. They can transfer their service. So like I have an agent is from Japan. She looked to 3 people and find me. Okay, basically the opportunity is not handed to her. She looked for me and she create an opportunity for herself. So I closed more than 40 sales that for her. So it's 100% for our country people for her. Okay. But like for our town people, like Brandy, Simo or Simon?
Simons.
Okay, Simons, okay. And then most of her customer is from our town. So I think I closed most of her customer, probably only missed 1, okay. So it's easy for those people because they don't have friends to ask around and click on the internet around. So I mean, the way you talk to your customer will makes a difference, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, And then we still have the contacts going on till the end of month. So first place $100, and the second place $50, and the normal commission referral fee is $75 for electricity, $250 for home security. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Yi. Yeah, well, Yi, if you want to make sure you understand the contest itself. And finally, MCAT. Got her
Hi,
little
all.
glorious everything going on. All right, like it.
Catherine with MCAP. Two things. I want to touch on what Melissa said. We do live in a community property state. It is so important that you find out if they're divorced, especially if they're buying their primary residence. I just want to touch on that. And I've been asked a few times if we do the down payment assistance program. We do. We do TSHAC, we do Seth, we do City of Houston, we do Harris. If you have any questions, please reach out.
That's it for me. Thank you for reprogramming their thoughts about that. All right, and finally, our lunch sponsor for today, who's providing our lunch, is from Guidance Residential, Syed Masood. Come on through. If I pronounce that right. If y'all just give us one more second.
Right company, just the wrong name.
I'll
introduce myself, no worries.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So my name is actually Mohammed Kassar. That's me, just different name, but same company.
Don't know how that happened. You want to stay right here because our audience online is.
Yes. Okay, so sorry about that.
No,
So thank you very much for allowing us to come and visit with you guys today. Just a real quick question by show of hands, who has heard of Guidance Residential before? That is one person, two people. That is a problem that we are here to fix. So let me really quickly explain to you what Guidance Residential does and what we're all about. So we're a mortgage company that caters, and obviously to everyone, because we obviously want to and have to, but we cater primarily to the Muslim American community. We do our financing contracts a little bit differently than what the conventional banks do, where you're getting a loan and turning around and paying back money on top of that loan, right? So what we do is we create a partnership where we buy the house with the buyer, with the buyer essentially from the seller. Now that probably sounds to you guys like, okay, I'm sure a million questions came up. Do we go on title? Do you have to put our name on the contracts and all that stuff? And I'm here to tell you, we do go on title, but it doesn't change anything for you guys. What we're here to do is basically just explain to you guys a little bit about how Guidance is a little bit different and how it can help you tap into a niche part of this market, right? I'm sure every single one of us here has either dealt with a Muslim buyer, seller at some point throughout your careers, right? I'm assuming it's safe to say that we've done something with the Muslim community. The community is growing. Just to give you a small idea, last year alone, Guidance Residential did $1.3 billion worth of business. That's a pretty big chunk of change. And who here would not like to tap into that, right? And so one of the best things about Guidance Residential is we actually have a sister company called Guidance Home Services. What Guidance Home Services does is it matches with you fine folks. And so we occasionally have customers that come to us and say, hey, I'd like to buy a home. And so we obviously ask, great, do you have a wonderful real estate agent to work with? And sometimes the answer to that is, well, actually, no, I wanted to get pre-approved first. So what are we going to do? We're going to reach out to one of you fine folks. And so just by a show of hands here, I kind of want to get an idea. Well, I guess it wouldn't be work by show of hands, but do we get buyers that come to the financing company first, or do they normally come to you guys first? They come to you first, right? Usually they're going to go out to the realtor. They're going to talk to the realtor and say, hey, I want to buy a house. And then the realtor is going to say, great, go ahead and get your pre-approval and come back and talk to me because your time is valuable, right? So what Guidance Home Services does is it attaches, or it basically connects you to those buyers that we get first. Obviously, it's not going to happen as often. And so what I'm here to do is obviously set the right expectations, is that you may send business to us because you have clients that want to utilize this this program that helps them stay true to their faith, to their religion. And we will definitely send you some business back whenever we get some. So what's in it for you, right? Because obviously we want to make sure that this is a two-way street. I'm not going to just say, hey, scratch my back, and I'm not going to scratch yours right back, right? And so what we do is we stand behind our pre-approvals. That's probably the number one thing. How many people in this room have had buyers that go out with a pre-approval or a pre-qualification and you get an offer gets accepted in this crazy market, which is basically like hitting the lottery at this point, right? By the way, I'm buying myself in Kansas City. It's insane, just as much as it is here. And you go all the way through financing, and then 3 days before closing, you get a call from your lender saying, oops, sorry, he actually doesn't qualify. You're gonna be like, but wait a minute, I had a pre-approval. And they're like, yeah, we didn't check everything at that point. I'm sure it's happened at least once or twice, right? What we do is we make sure that we're going to collect every single document that the customer is going to need in order to qualify. Credit, income, assets, whatever it is that we need. Divorce decrees. We were just actually talking about that yesterday in one of our trainings, right? If someone says, I was divorced, get the divorce decree up front. Make sure that we have everything from the very beginning. And so what's in it for you is that when you send us a customer that is from the Muslim community or even non-Muslim community, because one of the things about Guidance Residential that really sets us apart is the fact that we're a faith-based or ethical-based financing company. And so like one of the biggest things about us is if someone was to go into default, right? This whole idea of forbearance that's been going on for the last 2 years, we started that 20 years ago when we first started. And so, those are some of the things that the benefits are going to come out of it. So if you have customers, and I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a cheat sheet, right? If you have a Muhammad, an Ahmed, a Khalid, Omar, a Siddiqui, a Hussein, any of those names, be the hero that says to them, hey, I know that you might be from the Muslim faith. Obviously, we see like the sister that we have sitting in the back that's sometimes wearing the headscarf. So that's usually someone from the Muslim community. Ask them, hey, have you talked to someone from Guidance? I know your faith asks you to go ahead and go with a non-interest based type financing contract. Have you talked to someone at Guidance? And if they haven't, send them our way. We'll take care of them. I've got my team sitting over there in the back. We've kind of got that whole side of the office cornered. I wanted to bring them and show you guys that we're here to support you. We're here to work with you and your customers. We'll guarantee you that we will not send out a pre-approval unless the customer is actually pre-approved. All right. And so I hope you guys enjoy the lunch. We have some meat pies and spinach pies and cheese pies and things like that, some salad. So, whoops, nobody's heard that, right? But again, thank you so much for having us. We really do appreciate you guys. And if there's anything we can do for you, please do let us know. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Mohammed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, usury guidelines. That's what I was gonna make sure.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And do we have time for Q&A?
Well, actually, what we'll do, you can answer that question,
Sure.
And then they're going to stand around. That's another thing I was going to just kind of pivot on is a great questions when you want to go with our, what's the committee? Diversity committee, right? Is a great question. I have encountered that in my sales work, and that's how I learned about it, right? But yes, there's some usury guidelines, usury being the interest itself and
Right.
high rates of interest,
Right.
and with it being attached with their faith and how they can go about doing that. And a lot of times they have a lot of money that they're going to be putting down to help do some of that. It just depends.
So it depends. It's obviously a case-by-case situation, right? As far as money. So I'll go really quickly over the misconceptions. First of all, Islamic financing does not require 20% down. Now, individual
Does not.
customers could require 20% down, right? We all know this. Somebody has low credit, whatever it may be. So we can go down as low as 3.5%, 5%, whatever it may be. Another thing is Islamic financing way more expensive than our conventional competitors? No, we're not. We're usually within an eighth to a quarter at most between us and the conventional bank. And usually that make $25 to $50 a month in a difference in a monthly payment. So what I usually tell our customers is like, look, skip Starbucks. Well, not for you bunch, right? I can't skip Starbucks for you guys, but I tell customers skip Starbucks 2-3 times a month. And that's the difference between, going to a conventional interest-based mortgage to our financing contract. So I think your question is, how do we make money, right? So where do we?
But the interest is where you make money.
Interest is where the conventional banks make money, right? And so when we're entering into this partnership, the difference between us and the conventional bank is very simple. It's a very, very fine line, right? What it is when you go to the bank, you're getting a loan. Money on top of money is interest, and that's a loan. Now, we are not giving anyone a loan. We're buying the house with the customer. So let's just say they put 5% down. They're going to own 5% of that house, but we're going to own the other 95. Now, we're not going to go lock up 95% of the house and say, hey, you're not allowed in, that's our portion, but rather we're going to charge them a utilization fee to use the portion that we own. So every month when they make their payments, a portion is going to go towards the utilization of our side.
Utilization fee is the same as interest, if you're calling it different?
Well, we are calling it different because it is different,
Okay.
right? It's almost like saying, I mean, I don't know if anyone here knows like lamb and goat,
Well,
right?
I had this situation come, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and I'll be more than glad to get into more detail with you if we, again, I don't want to take
Yeah.
up too much time, but ultimately it's a very fine line. It's very, very similar, but it is different from the faith base. And so Islamically speaking, a partnership where one partner is charging a utilization for their portion is perfectly permissible. However, a loan is not permissible unless it is like for like, 100,000 for 100,000. I can't charge 100,000 and 1 penny. So what I usually say, guys, is look, don't take on the burden of explaining this extremely complex situation to your customers. Yeah, what you can do is just say, look, again, be the hero, tell your customers that something like this does exist for their faith, and let us take on the burden of explaining it to them, right? And I usually say, look, I'm not gonna get involved in telling the customer, don't buy in that neighborhood, that house price is not good, because that's your expertise. Let us do the same on the financing side, where we explain to them how the program works and exactly what needs to be done to make sure that they're staying within the confines of their religion. All right.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having us again. We appreciate you guys.
And I have these cards, so you guys
Am I
can
gonna-
have it too.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
do a drawing
perfect.
for the
And guys,
thing,
when
and
you
then
get
we'll
lunch,
go.
please have at it with these guys. Go beat them up and take their business cards.
And would you guys be open to coming back during, I think Justin and Pinky are gonna do a panel discussion?
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll get
Absolutely.
them
Just let me know when.
Okay.
I'm from
Appreciate
Dallas,
you.
but I flew in and I'm flying back out this afternoon. So just, yeah, whenever you need us, we'll be here.
All right,
Thanks,
sounds great.
guys.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much. Okay, winner for this, and you guys are free to have lunch. We'll have our winner pick the winner, and we'll be good to go. Thank you
Can I
guys
put
so
my card
much.
in first?
You cannot put your card in there first. Pull a name. Pull a name, pull a name. Gosh.
It's hard. It's the bucket you chose. is
Okay,
bad.
it is Michelle Hughes. All right, thank you guys for participating. You guys are smarter than fifth graders. Have fun. Great lunch.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Let me make sure I put that little thing back in there.
What thing?
Yeah, this. 'Cause that was way too- Absolutely.
Right.